Ladies and gentlemen, welcome yourselves to another Rainbow Six review. This is a game from the recent major. The name of the city I won't try to pronounce. It's at the top left of the screen. It's TSM versus SANDBOX. TSM they won Invitational last year, I believe. Technically world champions, but let's get into it. It's an inter-regional match. David here with Jalnor. So let's see what happens. Catch the bans as well. We did this before, but it was Chalet, and the next match I was going to watch was also Chalet, so I decided to skip a few, kinda competitive one. The Bantabana, obviously, open to try to keep those hatches closed. Dokkaebi. I play Dokkaebi in this match.
Yeah, she does have her strengths here.
Could be a target ban. Valkyrie, very common defender ban.
Extremely common, in fact.
Who else? Echo. Echo is an interesting one. Maybe for the Stafford Open area. You see some Echoes in there. You see Echoes in the basement as well.
Yeah,
Like a lot.
I've seen randoms playing Echo a few times recently.
What have we got? It'll be Staff Open, I'm assuming. No, it's basement. Thermite, Buck, so I'm assuming Buck has hard reach as well. No Cade. Cade's up. Thatcher's up. They're not trying to defend the hatches. They're probably going a big roam, right? I'll be interested to see what the Rooney does. The Goyles get placed above the common plant spot. That's not a huge stretch. Smoke putting his shield in servers, which is interesting because usually you see someone play a shield in the poor SANDBOX. I feel like SANDBOX are eliminated from this tournament at this point. Usually at the top of the stairs there someone puts a shield. There's nobody else with a shield, right? No. What their plan is here.
They really do seem to be going heavy on that roam now. I mean, they've been all the way up to the top floor.
Yep, not hugely unusual. Originally blocking the tunnel. They've opened rotates. Did they open rotates? Okay. The stream controls don't work. Oh, it's changing the volume. That's good. Yeah, the opening rotates through. That's too far. No, he's downstairs. I thought the opening rotates on the ground floor through into archives.
I mean, I guess, Jonathan.
Yeah.
I had it at a sweet spot and I accidentally changed it. See, someone will play here on blue stairs. So the Jaeger's for. Probably with the smoke. Usually someone with a shotgun. Unless Jaeger's got a shotgun.
It does seem like a... Does Jaeger...
He does. He's got the German shotgun. That's incredible. We see a Warden there quite a lot. The Jaeger shotgun is always a bold play. Bolo. Look, they're taking control of the top floor. You've got the Buck droning for the Zofia. Vintage Siege. This is how you you're out there. Top floor. Look how many hatches are on this side, it's absurd. Brought a Thatcher.
Oh dear. Oh no, that's... For some reason I thought they were on opposite teams there, but yeah, that's a Thatcher.
Yep. Now the Tigers are making the rotates I spoke about. You see a lot of Ash play on Bank specifically. I like SANDBOX. I'm disappointed they did so poorly in this tournament.
Hoping to get that aggression out through the blue stairs, but not spotting any of it here.
That is a braver Rooney, but she's playing off the... She knows... Like, if Rooney stood in that table right in the middle of the room, but she knows that for anyone to swing from the stairs, they need to kill Jaeger first. She's got her Rooney gadgets over the tunnel, and the hatch is reinforced, so she's safe.
Indeed.
He can potentially
presumably playing there in case anyone hits up the tunnel or to contest anyone who goes into alpha.
Also, you get a shield. So, no one would really get into the A-bomb site. Well, I mean, they would now, but
Yep.
assuming there's other players in there as well, yeah. Arakazi on the smoke. There to deny that.
Have another one available to be able to deploy, of course, to the security hatch there, as well as any of the walls leading into security itself, if they were going to be wanting to open those up.
What's the telling me, just no, he's just one.
All this quiet movement from TSM around the map, well, it's all been worth it. They've been getting hatches open and doing all the hard boring work that's required in Rainbow Six, getting those reinforcements busted open, claiming map control from SANDBOX.
Oh,
And,
Ash goes down on garage.
Someone is at the bottom of blue stairs behind Jaeger.
Likely transition down to garage. That's usually a late round play that you'll see him go for, but Merc gets taken.
What's that? Why does it stop working sometimes?
That's required in Rainbow Six, getting those reinforcements.
No, he's in.
Oh yeah, he's coming round to the top of blue stairs.
Open, claiming map
Big division there.
from SANDBOX, and well, looks like Merc is going to
Engage
be
the Jaeger.
contact. He was immediately jumping out of the loan office and more than likely transition down to garage. That's usually a late round play that you'll see him go for. But
Bolo
Merc gets taken
goes kill.
out. Bolo gonna
This is the benefit of a strong entry fragger.
Here for the elevator. Ying's out from Gasher as well as Bolo will go for 2. I believe he pushed through.
That's a nice Rooney barricade.
Managed the Kiba barrier, and he does it
And
extremely
Smoke
well,
is gone.
to go down.
Oh, that was a Rooney.
Opened the flood.
Oh, Smoke has gone. Smoke
Two.
died to Bolo.
Ying's out from
Here.
Gasher as well as Bolo will go
Yep.
for 2. I believe he pushed through the smoke as well here. Snake trying to manage the Kiba barrier, and he does it extremely well. Static to go down. TSM, they've
So I mean,
floodgates. This plant's
they have.
here. I don't know if Sayel has an
They opened several hatches. They opened the vault hatch, the lift hatch, and the site hatch. They all dropped at the same time as Ash pushed garage, so they're attacking from multiple directions,
Indeed.
which is obviously cut them up. The Ash lost the fight to Rooney here. Didn't really help them because Bolo what, got 3k? Not 2.
Yeah.
But you know, that is how you cut up on a site. The one question I have about it is, what's Thatcher for?
Good question. Maybe it was in case they did have denial that hadn't been seen. Was that a failed plan? No, it's planted.
That was the Jaeger shotgun, not really being much use at range. They just ignored them. Well, that totally went a different way. I know he's there, and that's a reasonable way to get rid of him. Where are the staff open? I was surprised they went staff open first. The castle setup here is very consistent. Well, you see this and you see castle all the time. Busy. Castling printer. Mute's going to get out there, but oh yeah, rotate. See it.
Shut down that outside annex there, right? Over on the vault side, that would have been a very
Rooney doing hatches.
location for SANDBOX.
Like a Rooneying the hatches.
Elevator, but he snapped it shut, made sure that there was no way that they could have gotten through that.
Still bringing in a Thatcher. I guess there's a mute this time.
TSM and specifically Bolo that allowed him to
Okay, so he's casting off archives.
somebody approaching him from that side.
Some teams open a rotate into site.
From that, isn't he? He's got to worry about the hallway and the window for the actual site.
People like can play in archives because you can really bad like castle in the bottom floor.
Nowadays, well, it's probably going to work out for you, isn't it?
Indeed. It looks like their plan is to
Or
slow
to
down the
top floor.
attackers by castling it off and reinforcing the wall.
Yeah, what have they got to get rid of that? They've got Ash and Zofia. And Gianna, that's fraggy. And Ying, no hard bridge. Well, Fox got hard bridge.
positions if SANDBOX are going to peek out
The frag grenade?
more than
No, was it Ash?
Confidence is not really
What was the explosion?
dead here. TSM just setting themselves up.
It was Ash. What did she Ash?
Positions
The
if
castle?
SANDBOX are going to peek out the challenge.
Castle's still there.
More than likely not going to be the case. Confidence has not really been flowing for SANDBOX throughout this.
And that's a drone.
So far, so aggressive play has not been something that they can necessarily.
Yeah, that's quite the
make a really impact.
rule.
We've left up there, you can see quite a bit of the lobby. The basement hatch being open is interesting. Remember there's an Oryx. Bolo's hunting him, but there is an Oryx.
Upstairs, so they're doing two things, right? They got Bolo with gun in hand, and they got some drones.
I expect the buck to go in above and go until the hatch is soft over the...
First time around, this time he's going to be on Zofia.
Yeah, didn't Aruna get that one though?
Yes, they did, but...
Good boy's going to get discovered, but he is Oryx, so there's a lot of transitions he can attempt here.
All that does is cost you some utility, I guess.
Yeah, so last round they negated the top of the hatches. I wouldn't say this was a bit like buck map, but I guess it works here. Damage taken. But that gunfight, like as a defender, I know the defender got the better of it a bit there, because he takes no damage and Buck does, but that's just not in your favour, that angle.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very much a situation where you want to run away rather than...
Oh, that was an unfortunate miss!
Oh,
Amazingly, he got away from the grenade.
yeah. It didn't pull him down the hatch.
Yana took no damage from that. That was a how is that not a headshot moment.
One thing I've learned generally when someone throws a grenade at you and your only escape is down, it's safer to run towards whoever threw it.
I can see that argument. Depends who's there. Like you don't know how if Yana's alone. That's the issue.
Yeah,
And maybe you know she isn't. So I'll point something out when they're on site here.
Send him away from his pivotal position upstairs into the basement.
Ah, right. Watch when they're see here. Because you can hide behind these dividers to plant. Everyone's punched holes in them all. It's quite good.
Also means the attackers know there's no one hiding behind them, but still don't know where there is someone.
Yeah, this site you're more likely to try to hold it from further. Like if you can hold it. I mean, I guess that's the problem with them reinforcing it off, because you could hold a lot of it from
Unfortunately for him, he's definitely not the same character.
next room.
Good boy has at his disposal, so he's going to be stuck down there unless he can get up a...
Look how close the attackers have gone. Oh my.
They hit their mark, Static and Good
There's Oryx and Castle.
Open the gates again.
The room.
I thought for a second there something had gone right for SANDBOX Gaming when it said TSM dropped the diffuser, but they're all still alive.
No, just trading it. They've just taken that one. They've done the opposite of what they did last round. They've got Buck above. But other than that, they're just pushing this door. I think they've opened the wall here
Yeah. I saw that, something along
at a longer angle.
Diffuser down. 3 on 3.
3 on 2.
3 on 1.
It's just a Rooney, and the angle on that diffuser is going to be nasty. Because Buck's holding it from above, and Yana's out there. Oh, no. Yana rotated.
In there.
Rushes back in from small to finish things off as we see another closeout from TSM.
Wow.
All right, list bearer.
These are some efficient attacks. You gotta say.
What does this mean?
North American team versus an APAC team.
Bring it out. Tell us what's going on.
Which is great because the last one we did was a LATAM team versus a European team. So covered every region. Bolo's one of those guys that was the wonder kid on ranked, like all the clip shows on a doc pick. 2 Frenchmen, 2 Italians, and Goyle. Yeah, one of those like compilation clip people that he invented the Bolo peak.
Yeah.
But well, obviously he invented it. They get picked up by TSM when he turned 18.
very excited for that stuff in the future. TSM though, as of right now,
Yeah. He was glads for a minute there. I'm trying to see what they do with the glads.
SANDBOX haven't been really able to hold
Yeah.
Good to see lots of window repels. They've opened the wall.
SANDBOX haven't been really
See the wall here?
Oh yes. Yeah.
Probably try to hold all. Where's the door? I mean, there's a softball on the left of the door, which looks
And
directly
the-
towards.
yeah.
But from through the door, can you see through there?
Yeah, that's a straight angle onto that door.
Soon it seems like they're
This is aggressive.
everything and
What?
the kitchen sink. I think he's just gonna run out here and get this drone actually for himself. Don't think we're gonna go too far on
Aggressive anti-dronage.
I mean, yeah, you know the attackers can't get there that fast. When you're rook, you've got your utility down. I mean, if Rook got out, right, and Rook killed anyone at this point, you could, like, because he's already used his utility, that's a net win. Like, if he kills someone and is immediately traded, he could stop them ever using both Twitch drones in 1 second, you know?
Yep.
Someone on TSM literally being the Flash.
Totally take out an attacker's utility in the opening seconds.
This is a map where the claymores are important. Don't jump out these windows all the time. Gunther's singing. This is how I play this, for the alibi.
Like we just saw right there, that's going to find out the banana player from SANDBOX. More likely going to reposition at least a little bit, so TSM will need a second drone in there a little bit later on in the round when they're ready to move forward here. And Merc indeed.
This is looking a tad unsafe just now.
See if it presents
Yeah,
anything,
it
but
does.
Where is he?
they're ready to move
He's
forward
at
here.
the top of the skylight.
Try to peek at
Yeah, he ran up the side and he's looking down at the plant.
At this point, I forgot that you could even get up on that angle. They tried to take that
Lots of repelling.
actually because
Surprised there's not a Yang on this
they put on that side that used to be
site.
open. You could look in.
See lots of people flying in that window.
Things along those lines.
That is
Giving him a better
an angle
if anybody even
over
touches
to those
of that
windows.
stairwell, if
That's
anybody
scary.
gets to that 5 ping, he's gonna die as long as Merc is there. So
Ace opened the angle into the elevators.
with that sixth sense, that voice in the back of your head telling you right and wrong.
You know, I would assume so, because you'd normally bring Havana to that. Havana's banned.
Found some cracks around the map.
Yeah.
They've gotten inside the building. Static's been discovered inside of kitchen, but Snake might be quick to the trigger. And it's actually going to be Bolo.
That's main stairs.
First to NV Taylor.
Oh.
Sael gets gassed.
Wow.
Big dot kill.
The great start for the first time.
Oh, they're using the magnification to get the people in repel. I guess that's clever.
Keep their run alive for just a little bit longer here. Picking up this round, of course, but it's needs to be
They healed up in the dock.
from this point forward. Otherwise,
They've lost nothing.
for them.
Although,
But
who was
it's
that?
needs to be consistent
Yeah,
from
Yana's
this
got
point
control
forward.
of top square.
It's elimination for them. And important to note too that if you guys have the other stream open, if Heroic has
For how
won
long?
a round at this point, that also means that SANDBOX is already. I just don't have that open in front of me, so can't confirm that for you guys. But follow that up in a.
Ooh, that was close.
Oh.
Sael getting
That was
absolutely
very
dunked
close.
on by a nade there. Brought down
Here
very,
she comes.
very low as a result of
Yana
that.
get-
Hopefully, he's gonna be able
No,
to
Alibi
get
gets
himself back
killed
in the
somewhere.
We didn't even talk about that yet. Sitting on NV Taylor there.
It's a nice pre-fight.
In the dock.
Quick work of Sael anyway when he gets the
It's a good way to handle. No, look. It's a good way to handle someone that can revive himself well. Taking the head off.
Back into this round, SANDBOX with 2 big kills early on, but 2 straight back from our offense. MV Taylor to try and stunt.
That was really unlucky, that first shot there.
Achieved that. Merc goes down. The 3 versus 2.
Oh, it's SANDBOX are taking this.
Achieved of all people in now
They
via the
might.
window.
Oh, they got you.
Oh, they might not.
Fire, literally, as they'll be able to take down our Kazi.
It's Goyo fire, isn't it?
NV
Yep,
Taylor
that was-
for it, though.
That dock moved to his left at just the right moment.
Stop the ship for now.
What was the crossfire from him?
Take down our Kazi. No,
He's in long desk.
on fire.
That one's what, banana?
As he'll be able to take
Yeah.
down our Kazi.
Apparently ran round.
Taylor good for it though, as he'll take him down, and SANDBOX will at least stop the
He's going to push in through the
Going up on the board for
kind of system
find a little
room.
bit of a safety point to play on with this second floor hold. TSM unfortunately just having to give away too much.
Not sure of the meta of this particular
Connecting to the site
map. I don't know if
as a result of that, SANDBOX
defender should do attacker side. Again, they're teasing the glads.
process, giving TSM that route, baiting them in, ultimately shutting them
Yeah.
down
LSI.
once they're inside of the line.
Maybe they're looking for a specific
Next
site
year
to
for
come up.
SANDBOX, they'll make another attempt at this for the first time.
I mean, they've been to all of them except lockers.
It's a good thing that
I don't really see them going to lockers, to be honest.
TSM at the moment. TSM is one of those teams where it's like a snowball, right? They just get going down the mountain, and all of a sudden you've lost a game 7-1. So able to at least slow them up a bit.
Or maybe it's to counter a specific play. If they see that, Glaz stays.
They'd really like to just claim victory here at 7.
Back on his kind of typical
ask for them, especially
fear.
Circumstances
The
couple days here.
Cade this time.
Tatters.
So with Thatcher.
Obviously so very close to elimination. Practically already there.
I don't.
Those of you that weren't here.
Like, they're not bringing a warden, so the Glaz is.
1% chance for them to make it to the main stage.
Let's see now. It's TSM. Let's go for a few
Could be quite strong there.
Yeah. There's one bulletproof in Millicent.
Assaults here. So it'll be, of course, going to be Gasher bringing the Ying into play here for this one.
Push Glaz through Garage.
Assuming they can work their way
I've
into
just
this
noticed they have a Cade this
better
time.
of that.
Yep,
The
I said that.
been picked up before
Oh.
by the SANDBOX roster has actually
But still with Thatcher.
laser gates that are going to be standing in the way of TSM.
Counter singing again.
Attempts to
You're doing some caroling because it's close to Christmas.
TSM are going to put Snake back on the Thatcher. This is a great choice, a great pairing. You could say here with Gasher and Achieved in those hard breachers. Makes the
What they got is that smoke that's in garage. That's a weird choice. What? Where did that happen? Where is Goyo?
You could say here with Gasher and Achieved in those hard breachers. Makes the hatch work a heck of a lot.
Stairs somewhere.
Also makes rounds a lot easier, John, when you kill people. And that's what Merc's going to do. He's going to take down
Must have been in the
Baker-esque type player.
reception office
Put it
area
together here
because
today, 0-4 at the current moment.
Rashes. The hatches are open.
That out, got the 4 kills necessary, but it's been the TSM show all except for one
That's
round.
less than a minute into the round.
I know the defenders are there. The defenders are in the open area defending it. The hatches are open, and they've got a Cade.
A lot of troubles here.
Who's got an electric claw in his pocket?
2-0. Just in round
Wild.
4.
Yeah, there must be some idea on this. They're very much defending that. There's Millicent's
Going on. SANDBOX trying to
on ground floor and everything.
parallel here with
You drone this out, you rush somewhere, right?
very wrong.
You rush dirt or you rush garage, take sight.
Pings coming out. Do you believe there's one
Shield
By the
them
time
there.
they can attempt to retake, you've already planted and set up angles.
They've got a kind of fake setup there inside the elevator as well, which could catch TSM on off guard.
It's harder in garage because you can't really hold it from outside. Okay?
5-2 after they pick up 2 more.
Is that the players in
Behind that, but
open?
my TSM,
Probably.
5-2
A bad attempt to take out that alibi clone.
Yes.
A lot of time on the
It's just the
clock
two side
for
players.
TSM, and they have to try and find a way to get around it.
Still over a minute to go, so you could bet TSM are going to be relying pretty heavily.
Cade's put down his other electric claw.
But
I put it down on the hatch there. The hatch and the hatch was already open. C4?
In a 5v2 scenario, there's not a lot that can throw this off. However, a haphazard push without properly checking the angles. That
They'll also pointing out that it's Cade shotgun.
shuffling all into security door, for example. They want to avoid those types of pitfalls. So they'll take the rest of this round very, very cautiously. Not too cautiously, of course. They only have 38 seconds remaining. So they do
That is an aggressive smoke.
this push
Does he have smokes left?
later, but
Yes.
certainly taking their liberties with
Now they're taking server. Still doing a multi-directional push, they're just doing different directions.
No panic at all being shown by these members on TSM.
Versatility.
Knock out these 2 targets
They're
on the
waiting to
inside.
open that side wall and server as soon as Thatcher's finished droning, I'm assuming.
This can be a flawless round.
Just up on static now
Oh.
for the 1v5.
Smoke's flicking about like a maniac.
There we go.
There we go.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, they were planting the thing.
Yeah, but Bolo got the kill.
Last say.
And Bolo got the kill and then got killed. That would have been a flawless round if Bolo hadn't get killed.
Thwart SANDBOX plans of trying to pull this one
Yeah, that was a different defence.
from the mud, but it won't happen. TSM getting
The idea of defending upstairs is fine, but like that
one step closer to closing out this
like
game.
you'd have to rotate down and defend
Serious.
garage and such,
Good news for fans of
right? And you need to be able to do that.
Eminem.
Oh,
Yeah.
Congrats, you just qualified for SI.
oh my, no way. Marshmallows and Molotovs?
Yep. If SANDBOX is eliminated,
Doing the same thing. Yeah, they brought a warden this time.
confirmed.
The other team keeps playing Yang and teasing Glad, so I don't know why you wouldn't play a warden.
I really just want to get like a massive Stay Puff
Yeah.
Marshmallow Man and just like gift it
Castle.
as like an organization. Just a good Ghostbusters meme.
They get to see who the attackers are
Would be.
playing as.
Absolutely.
Where's the
I don't believe so, no. They do know they're playing a Ying almost every round.
You know what else is
Yeah.
true? TSM pretty dominant.
Which right enough is in of itself a reason to bring water.
Shutting things down so far in the 4 rounds that we have played out. SANDBOX only able to resist things in their upstairs hold, where TSM just had a little bit too.
What the point of the single reinforced wall there is? Like this one. Where they get a foothold there,
Oh,
rotate
yes.
it.
So someone comes in that, and sometimes what I've seen happen is they come in that, and instead of going straight through the door, they make their own hole into B, right there. Or they can have someone outside shooting through there.
Yeah, there must be an angle here or something. Because if they're going to make their own hole, they could just impact that wall that's under the compass. And like if the time someone's most vulnerable in this game is when they're clambering in, so you'd want, if you're on feet holes, surely you'd want them along there, because then you can.
Yeah, but there is that shooting angle through to where who was that there?
Kid. Is that Kid?
Can't be.
Was it?
TSM,
Yeah, it's
pretty
smoke.
dominant showcase.
Where he was playing.
The 4 rounds that we have played,
I'm mute.
SANDBOX
Straight
able to resist things in their upstairs hold, where TSM just had a little bit too complex of a clear to be able to work things for SANDBOX, able to win that one out for themselves. But on the more well-played sites, this is a very
There's a castle noise being drawn.
I'm not even sure if he caught this as of yet. He's gonna hear that barricade opening, and he'll play the smart, backing away from the situation. The nade comes in, but obviously a little bit too late, and the angle I think would have not ended up impacting him anyway from his previous position. But this drone is still here. He still hasn't noticed this thing or shot it out.
Indeed.
He's realized it now, though, I think. Yeah, so the drone is just back.
Oh,
but
there we go.
It took
He
him
goes
like,
it.
like 30 seconds to realize this thing was here.
Oh, if he knew that Thatcher was there, that'd be a hell of a wall bang.
He'd be able to get back in the game. He's got a bulletproof up in the top of square as well. Snake.
Not Thatcher. Whoever it is that's in
TSM with his
Yeah.
clear.
the little supply
Be
room.
able to at least EMP one. That's a new thing that was implemented here for bulletproofs over this last
Oh, duck.
year. Makes them a little bit just stronger secondary utility, more of a reason to take them past their info game. Bolo's going to enter on the top floor again, and he's got a kill. Saw that one.
Bolo's ridiculous.
Just not able to outwit Bolo. That first bullet accuracy from this man, disgusting.
Oh, how would you not know he was there? Like, surely the first guy that died told the guy in long desk that Ash was rotating, or Bolo was rotating around.
That first bullet accuracy from this man.
Just gets caught.
And he just reads the entire defense like an open book. Harukaze goes down. Good boy has to go down the next level as well as TSM knocks him down.
And rotate back to site.
And
Although I suppose he's exerted a bit of pressure. Doesn't want to die.
Yeah, they're very much on a disadvantage. They can't really press the attack just now. No, they're both on drone. Oh no.
Oh dear.
There's another drone sitting in the back of open area that's gone unnoticed here as well. It's giving over that free.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, that was an execution. Oh, they really need the new person, the new operator, to find these drones.
Yeah.
And that was, I don't know if it was a particularly efficient droning, but it was
Putting his head in a guillotine, huh?
bad anti-droning.
Indeed.
Off. TSM 4 rounds. SANDBOX only really looking confident in one pass.
They're back to CO though, so they might win this.
Show.
Bring a Mira.
Running amok of things. Bolo,
Different.
Merc, Snake.
Oh my.
It's been all across the board here. I think the person we've seen the least out of is Gasher, in my feeling, and yes, it will be. But obviously, Gasher's got a lot to do. He's been running the majority of the hard breach.
He's only put me a jammer down.
Especially when it comes to the execute time. If you guys caught it when they were working things in from the server, he was talking.
Let's put it on the ball there.
That's what you want out of your hard breach. They have to dictate.
Interesting Mira as well.
Comes to that time. Most of the time, the IGLs are usually in like that flex position where they can try and pick up a lot of different operators and stuff like that. And when it gets down to your hard
Second
breach
Mira gonna go.
job, you really want somebody that's focused.
Jalnor.
Gasher doing a fantastic job at that.
Somebody to play up against stop.
Whatever they can inside of this matchup.
Attackers, bro. Thatcher, Sledge.
Not only knocking SANDBOX out of playoffs, which they've already accomplished, but also
They've got a very Swiss Army knife group of people.
If SANDBOX was able to bring this
What's this?
and
It's
win
a
this
Jalnor, okay.
regulation without TSM
I don't
winning six
really know if I like the one in Janitor because attackers get control of Janitor if we get a Mira window on the side.
their SI
Yeah.
spot. However, if TSM goes the full distance and picks up at least that 6th round, then SANDBOX indeed will be eliminated from the 6th Invitational as well. And also,
It's
SANDBOX will be unable to deny
very much a
TSM
roll of the dice, that one.
being exited from this group.
Well, mirror strategy upstairs.
A fan of the roll the dice thing.
Never ever say. There's going to be one facing in from the janitor closet or papers, if that's what you guys call it.
Also, Ace can really just cut them at shreds, right?
CEO office. That's facing in
That's true.
towards another region. I do
Fling the
believe
thing
that
on and
it's
there's not
facing
much
in
you can do.
towards that. But either way, you really got to worry about the
Assuming, like in the,
northern side that Merc's playing on.
if someone's playing in the corner next to the mute jammer,
That's about that one
next to the CO desk, we could shoot them off.
likely be peeking here in a moment.
I guess.
On the other side of windows, so
Mm.
might make it a little bit
That's kind of say, oh, there's on the Zami there.
Well, Stack's gonna be able to at least get the drones.
But you
out
need to be very
initially.
fast with it.
Able to get rid of the mute jammers though, making things a tad bit easier for TSM's assault
Yes.
later on. Already got a good foothold on the base floor as well, and this is going to shore up the rotations from SANDBOX. We're not going to be able to use this mid floor as much as they wanted to before.
Nobody on SANDBOX is positive.
He's going to keep his face in that angle, but it works out for him this time.
Oh yeah.
Severely
Wow.
damaging, achieved. A couple bullets away from death at the moment.
Next they have is 451.
Keep going low, but really
Nobody in TSM is negative.
any damage so far. Bolo, a much more pivotal one. This is where we saw TSM kind of fall by the wayside on the previous round. The inability to make these repels have impact against the SANDBOX hold, causing problems for TSM.
First they have is 441.
Like Jay as
Yep.
well here. Going to try to put some more presence on the inside of Square as well now. Try and start pinching out this site. Merc as well, patiently waiting for the banana peak.
Does he know that person's there on banana?
There's definitely a player in that area. You can see that as we just go in a good place position a second ago, but the actual angle needed
Oh!
is going to be tough to find. Is now Snake
Oh,
Where did that happen? Was it top square?
position a second ago, but the actual angle needed to be lined up.
Must have been, right? Oh, their impact tracking there.
Becomes the first to go
Yes.
down here. Arokaze catching him out, and
Oh.
Good Boy actually turning the tables onto Bolo, knocking him out instead.
Yes, indeed. Frag grenade out, almost lands on Sael's doorstep, but he's able to skirt that and stay alive.
This seems to be the site TSM have the most difficulty attacking.
A lot to see. It starts with this kill up against Sael, but hasn't come yet. A cheat will go down.
Actually managed to get that.
Slamming a magazine there. Either way, not able to send bullets down range and loses his life. Loses his lunch and loses
Flawless round for
SANDBOX. Flawless one.
SANDBOX are not hitting their shots in this game.
We'll keep
I mean, that Maestro did there, but
keep this scoreline
the Mira not killing must have probably annoyed at themselves for not killing the
4-2.
sledge through the floor earlier. With the first shot that could take them to the hatch later. Oh, now they're on attack. Oh, the OSA. They're going to push the OSA down through garage. Whole garage. OSA and Monty. Monty will come through dirt. Right. Don't know what Nuke's going to do.
Parts of that site setup had fallen apart on most of the other site holds.
Get a kid.
come down green stairs
Such SANDBOX had a much
while they're
easier
making
time
noise in different directions.
against the
What is
aggressive
green
TSM
stairs?
on the two holds upstairs.
The ones in the lower left of the screen right now where Castle is.
Oh, okay.
Defense as suspected, and I'm sure all of you were suspecting this as
Yeah,
well.
there's the green glow at the bottom.
It's one that has stood the test of time when it comes to Bank, even past all of the changes. Always a solid play.
Yang
They're
said
making noise,
thermite.
if they're making noise in dirt and garage, green stairs is basically not going to be where anyone looks.
Especially with
Someone will play in there if you're attacking garage. What I do, what you probably should do, is have someone, Nuke can do it herself I guess if she's running Savage, open the hatch and lobby and drop into the vault of what pushing those directions, because then you're behind them.
Mm.
That's what I do as Dokkaebi, is I drop in there. Phone them and drop in there. Dokkaebi is banned in this game, I know, but achieves the same thing as Nuke, but more effectively. Because she prevents everyone from using the camps to spot anyone in the team. See, this is exactly Bleos on this side.
That's exactly what you said they were going to do.
But Gasher tries to make it work. Now he's got the intel that player's moving forward again. However, not a whole lot.
That's exactly what I said they were going to do.
Happening on the other side of the equation as well.
The Nuke drops into...
Taylor
She's running main lobby. Drops the lobby hatch up there.
Smoke positioned in serve.
She's got hard breach. Let's go! Oh, they brought the Oryx down to fight the Monty. Monty's rotating off though.
Taylor's going to rotate away because he has 0 assistance here. All he'd really be doing is just allowing Merc to get this kill more than likely.
All I had to do was take the retention away from...
Bash with that dash, right? Knock him down on his boot.
Capkin's interesting. If Capkin then castled the ground floor.
To Monty, at least in the last couple of
Why
years,
can't I see who has the diffuser?
Static, trying to do his best.
Maybe nobody has a diffuser.
Work up this garage.
No, nobody has a diffuser. See, it's marked on the HUD.
Oh, yes.
Too much damage, it's just taking some time. It's a slow burn.
They'll have dropped it in open area or something for someone to pick up later.
Dasher continuing to slowly
They do that a lot. They do it in Oregon an awful lot. No, it's in main lobby. It's lying on the ground.
Mainstairs position, and they have not. So TSM is free to
There we go.
aggression out however they would like to. But look at this
3 for 3.
searching going on now.
Thatcher has the
Worked
diffuser.
himself into the enemy's nest without them having an idea.
Jing get a kill there.
Also getting a
Somewhere.
good
Where did Jing get the kill?
distraction now.
Upstairs?
Good boy, more than likely free to frag out here unless they suspect
Oh, that was
good entry
unfortunate.
into the enemy's nest without them having
What was that?
going on now. 4 good boys worked himself into the enemy's nest without them having an idea.
She killed someone
Also getting a good
bottom
entry,
left.
amazing distraction now.
Yeah,
More than likely free
Goyle.
to frag out here unless they
Yeah, but
suspect
where's
it.
Yang?
Boy, though, gonna get caught out. Polo able to respond to things as well.
Trade game.
Kaze trading it back, keeping us even. Polo though making up the big difference right now as he strikes true to take down Static and sends the player advantage back into TSM's favor. Arukaze
It's
and
just
Envy
one gun, really.
that is left in play, and Arukaze already committed to the basement with the case in hand as well. Envy not really going to be able to support things as he's boxed out
Oh dear.
behind a Molotov, so that's it.
One to the last man standing.
Absolutely incredible clutch.
Oryx is going to come running in. His time has been called.
It's probably not going to happen, and this round will also go to TSM, and they'll lock in their 5th.
Got a feel for Envy Taylor on this round right here. He, I'm not even lying, spent the entirety of the round
Just an extra
messing
attack pause
with
now.
server. That's all
They did
the entire
exactly as I said they were going to do.
messed around
Oh.
with that, messed around with Snake over
Yeah.
the corner.
The nuke getting caught was unfortunate.
And then he came back like 45 seconds later.
The nuke should have dropped
Getting locked out again.
after people were pushing. Right?
It's just
Mm.
really sad tale. And well,
More likely to get sneaked through in the chaos.
wish they could get back.
Exactly. Use the push as a distraction.
Much, especially off the
Oh,
back
that's
of
a
the boy.
smoke.
He made the entry, didn't get the kill, but Arukaze surely did. TSM able to claim
Where are
the
they?
round though, even past all of that fantastic utility
Sights
across
in.
the board.
Open area. Thermite in open area.
TSM now just 2 rounds
Try to open the
away from knocking SANDBOX out of the
bottom square,
as well.
maybe.
An unfortunate day
Yeah,
for SANDBOX.
that or archives if they
To hit the
seal
ground
that.
running with either their attacks or the defenses that
They're
have played out
rotating
so
on
far.
it.
Only 1 round deep in the attack.
Yeah, I think bottom square's probably
More room potentially
more
for
likely.
Identity to show
They got any other?
it is looking more and more like we are heading toward an
Yeah.
of TSM closing down.
Rob could have hard breach. The hatches are open, so it's not that. They've opened that.
No sign of a pause showing up for this team either. It
As
seems
opposed
they're
to,
full steam
they've opened that and they've made it really obnoxious to get in that window.
has just
So that if you do come in, it's really easy to get shot in the feet.
They've removed Thermite and gone to Lion.
Yes.
Was trying to switch out some offs with him earlier. Static also going to
No hard breach at all.
in as well.
They've got some flashbangs.
Early with that spawn peak coming in from top square, but nothing.
And those
doing.
Finca charges could
SANDBOX did not want
make a
to try
difference
to
here and there.
that angle. Instead, they dropped
Oh,
down
unlucky.
the ladder.
The
Presence down low in server early on. This is something that we saw Achieve do pretty often on their offensive side.
Vigil, who is the Vigil?
Mark of the map that is Bank.
Envy continuing to
Playing the Vigil for
having cleared out the initial positions in the basement. Not like that's going to be too much trouble given the site that we played.
information now.
That gnome had, she really hit that clone in the head.
Yes.
That it was a hologram.
I think it was lying, wasn't it?
Shenanigans coming up
Was that? I
from
thought it was
blue.
Nomad.
Could still potentially see it is the thing.
Nah.
Got TSM still full control over main stairs. They're going to keep.
Oh dear,
Whoa.
that happened fast. So that's people upstairs. One of them was smoke.
Still potentially see it is the thing.
Think a boost, push, smoke got someone pushing in the door through the smoke. So there's 2 deaths there. Okay, Achieved got one of them.
Yeah.
The Alibi got Good Boy. It was the Zofia. They're putting him in the entry frag, and I thought that like at this point in the game you might want to put Sile in the entry frag because Good Boy's not doing great here. He's running out the plan, and he should probably be the one shooting. And there's another death up above. Oh, it's Finca getting murdered from archives.
Oh, yeah.
It's set directly into a pinch.
And then Oryx. Watch the Oryx flop here. This is a thing of beauty. They shouldn't have removed bodies from this game.
Electrical. It's set directly into a pinch here.
The buck on the window.
But that is it.
Yeah, I feel like if they'd just done the ragdoll physics server side instead of client side.
Because they weren't aware of his position, and now that element of surprise is gone. Full lock onto him, and he's not even in the building anymore. So this round is pretty much over, and so are the chances for SANDBOX to go to SI.
You said it, John. You said it right there. And
That really sucks for them.
very sore strategy is really all I can say. I don't want to beat them up too much. They're going to do that themselves.
They all just pushed in that door though.
Just, not really what I expected.
Like,
around where,
they didn't
carry so much weight behind it. I don't think
take any control.
defensive setup is
Nobody went above.
Choke point, like,
It's just-
you need another angle there.
They literally just pushed in that door, all of them,
really know what
except the buck who was on the window.
themselves were
And
considered inside of that is just very silly. But
I mean, the casters are saying it themselves, saying it's very silly, but
that's the only way that I can really see that working out. But I mean, you surely test
it is literally like that. It's just hold angles on that door. It was just a rush.
So
Yeah,
more than ready for the
The thermite probably would have been better if there's an app and get the thermite to open the ball into
The second he spots his head, here he is on the replay. Just
that site.
Even I didn't.
Even if
Even if
at the bottom
just
square,
distract.
TSM just one
even not, because well, the thermite does that, and then thermite,
we see any
the defenders won't want to play that far forward towards the kitchen area because there's an angle, and thermite from that angle can smoke off the door, the double door.
plan for your future is
Yep.
Get a lot more cover for the person to run in and plant in the kitchen.
SI all in the same series. It's a
But there
lot.
was the
So I really
smoke
hope SANDBOX
in the
can
side
help
office
our
with the
South Korean brethren. I really
holes
hope
in the
they
wall.
can, balance
Got the
things
other
down
kill.
the line and do something
Yeah.
with this roster. But as
Droned
of
them.
TSM,
Found out that was there.
exploiting them to the
Adjusted accordingly.
SANDBOX, not able to
What
get
is that?
really
Archives. Okay. Seen every site. We've opened a main stairs rotate.
able to find some semblance of success, and obviously
Which is unusual.
roster at least two, but I don't really
Kind
see
above.
them getting past this moment.
Double castled.
Also, of course,
Printer radio.
good news for the TSM fans at home. TSM are safe for the time being with this outright, more than likely regulation victory. They're going to be able to get over SANDBOX.
Maestro.
Keeps them in contention for play here. As you can see, they are currently in third place. This will help to keep them up and up with the other two.
That
teams
is
in
quite
front of
the
them.
bait
So they
with
still have
the
a chance to be able to push
alibi
their way out
there.
of Group B, pending the results.
I missed it. I was looking at the player stats. Is it at the window?
To be able to push their way
Yeah.
out of Group B, pending the results.
Yeah,
of
they've
course, of the
placed
last
the
round
clone
of
on
games.
an odd angle,
Pay attention, of course, to SANDBOX's
looking
play
at Sock's
here.
window, and then shot it open.
In this, what needs to be
So it
perfect
looks
rounds from this point forward.
like
Just takes us
someone
to overtime.
standing there holding an
Ladies
angle.
and gentlemen, some round of applause.
It's amazing the number of people that hit them, but I think
For SANDBOX this
you think
possibly
like you're putting too much thought into it because like a lot of the time people hit them not thinking about it. They just see the head and click. They don't even register that it's an alibi before like an alibi
Yeah.
model. They just see a person without a name above their head and fire. It's like sometimes you accidentally get team kills that way, you know.
Yeah.
I did not trust
I nearly had one last week.
I've done it. I've spun round and shot Andrew in the head perfectly before.
TSM once again.
Best shot of the night. Oh, that was. This is like ranked. This is.
Really getting in the way.
Use a drone, man.
Plans. They do their due diligence this time. I will say that they drone out a lot of stuff, but it really doesn't matter to TSM. They have executioners across the board
It's,
for this
it's
roster.
shocking to see.
Put a
You
pixel
brought a jackal. Okay, slap.
inside of a window,
Yeah.
it's more than likely going to get shot off.
Did somebody
Like
get killed from through?
Executioners across the board
Bolo.
for this
Whatever Bolo is.
roster. If you put a pixel of someone's head inside of a window, it's more than likely going to
The number of
shot
times
off.
they're just
We've
getting
seen it time and time again here. It's
caught
come
out because they're
back
not
at the top
droning.
of Square Arc.
It's
flash.
things we see in
Exact
Copper
thing.
ranked.
I'm sure if that flash didn't get him,
He might have, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, at this point,
Yeah.
TSM is such a
No, that's the angle I was talking about.
Round is chucked for
That it matters now.
reasons. It's not going to be too much of a lost round
Bolo
for TSM.
slapping people. Bolo helping his overall KD here. Like that.
They've got quite the lead going on against SANDBOX here, and they've been very one-sided.
Uh-huh.
around
10-3-1.
So SANDBOX still trying their best to
And
play
one.
this one out, but it's them that needs to be aggressive sooner.
3-1 and 1.
later here.
Oh, yeah, that's a
Taylor
plan.
Completely
Yep.
detached from Arukaze once again, who is holding top square. TSM just stalwart in their current positions. They are given absolutely zero reason to move out from them. Even though they are perfectly within their rights to get hyper-aggressive at this point, just not giving SANDBOX an inch. TSM want to pad the stats as much as possible, and there's good reason behind that from TSM too.
And the
Consider
case.
the fact that they are not secured into the playoffs as of yet. They do need to keep their round differential in a very healthy place in the event of any tiebreakers between them and a second place team.
Oh, for God's
Here we
sake.
go, Bolo.
That was just a bad miss.
Final kill.
Well, that was a game.
Very quick.
That was...
GG in the favor of TSM.
I mean, TSM kind of
TSM show right there. 17
cut them apart.
on bank.
They're not expected to be quite that
Boxes showing
decisive.
sad
Sandbox had good ideas at times.
They did indeed. But they seem to be lacking on the basics. I mean, last year they did so well. They gave me quite a few ideas last year. And this year they're making mistakes that we lament in ranked.
Where is it? Well, they defended.
As such, SANDBOX had a much easier time actually.
Or was it TSM that did it?
TSM on the two holds upstairs.
Defended the.
TSM's going to send into the basement for their very first defense as suspected, and I'm sure all of you were suspecting this as
No, it was the defending.
It's one that has stood the test of time.
They defended
Even past all of the changes.
basement differently twice,
Things like a turtle strategy or things along those.
and like
But now it's really been Snake that's been
the one where they put all the utility in the
necessary, but
ground floor.
TSM
Is this one?
all except for one round so far.
It's quite an interesting way of doing it. I'd be worried about people rushing in, but it was clever.
Now it's really been Snake.
And then their first attack, their attack on basement, which I described exactly what they were going to do, so the operator pricks, was quite. It was good. It was the timing that was wrong, I think.
Yeah,
That next
partly
should-
the timing and partly that, I mean, if you could guess it in the opening seconds just by who they had.
Yes, but they don't know. The defenders don't know who they have.
Yeah.
As they see in the cameras.
The second they spot that,
Also,
the second they spot Osa, they go, oh, hang on a minute. And then they hear the Monty and Dirt. Guess what they're doing?
yeah. I mean, those are two separate things that always come together. It would have been fine. Like if, say, probably Thatcher. Say Thatcher went with Monty down Dirt, right? That would have been better because you find Monty has to fall back because there's an Oryx coming, and he doesn't have anyone to shoot for him. He's literally there on his own. And the nuke drops later. Then it's so much better. They've got impacts in Captain, but other than that, the OSA can pretty easily take control of Garage. You hold that angle from Garage across, basically cutting it in half. The Monty pushes in with the Thatcher. They can get in, they can start pushing in that door, the plant, or Ying, well, Ying doesn't have hard breaches, but Ying or Monty had hard breaches, they could even open the wall from servers. They just need someone to flank watch the blue stairs. While they're doing that, nuke drops into Vault and just kills people. And you've got, with the same tools, a much better attack, I think.
Indeed.
I don't know what.
That's exactly what the nuke's really for. A lot of the time is just coming up behind them and shooting them in the back while they're facing the rest of the team.
I think a lot of the time the nuke and the OSA were too. No, not the nuke. The one and the OSA were too cautious. Like they didn't need to be caught.
They have not. So TSM is free to weigh this
Like he drops, but before he drops, you see the OSA like backing up.
Trying to do his best.
Yeah, she could have just put her shield down and been fine.
And there is a risk of getting shot in the feet as you do that. But the animation is a bit janky. You push in now. We're not there. Keep pushing them. Like don't like
to see
back completely away, because if you keep pushing them, they can't rotate off like that, you know?
over by the main.
It's... yeah, poor Sandbox. Well, they did definitely deserve to lose that. Well, that's what Gunther thinks.
Yeah.
Digging a hole. In my car, put a load of text. But do you have anything particularly you want to comment on?
Nothing really. I did notice Bolo doing an interesting captain play actually. One of the
This side?
times they were one of the times they were defending the cellar. And he's straight up to open area and putting EDDs on the outside of the door into the wee office. Which my first thought was, wait a minute, that's the most obvious place you can put them there. And then I thought, well, hang on, no, because
as the opener, it's one that has stood the test of time when it comes to Bank, even past all of the changes.
Getting in archives.
Solid place to play things
On both sides.
strategy or things along those lines,
Yeah.
but I don't believe that is what TSM
I captain this kind of area when I'm playing this side.
indeed, it was like the fact it was on the outsides of the door, one on either side, and I was like, that is just
There.
here we go. My initial thought was so critical of it, and then I was like, hang on a minute, it's invisible. It shouldn't be invisible, but it is.
I do that and then I play top square usually. Hello Gunther, he's on my knee. Yeah. I don't know where he puts his last one. We don't see that. But yeah, it's clever. I mean, he ends up back inside. We just probably drop a hatch or something when he knows they're all down there. This is an itchy cat. He's a happy cat though. He's a happy cat. Yes, he's a little happy cat. Oh. Yeah, it's clever. Nobody tries to take any control of that, so we don't get to see if it works. But yes, if you are happy, I will wrap up here.
Yep.
So if you enjoyed that, give it a rating and give us a subscribe, because we promise we'll try to do more instead of just one every major. Leave a comment if you have any other ideas. Check us out on Twitch, because you can watch us play Siege live, where we're doing our own ideas and getting shot by people far worse than Bolo. And we will see you in the future.